Hey guys and gals, so today, exactly the same as the last time we did it, Londinium Outskirts. I'm sorry. This is the daily, Man Prince Elites. There's heaps of different ways you can work this. I'm working this like this with the firepower contract. I find that unless you're using a particularly big squad, like if you're using a 6-star squad, just make it work, because like as soon as you start using 6-star squads, like all enemies 15 attack and minus 15 health, that is irrelevant when you're using a big team. So there's plenty of flexibility in this. I'm not going to tell you there's not. The team, as I said, is going to be identical. Myrtle, Courier, Liskarm. Because the damage is not so high in this, Liskarm can easily be replaced with Cora. Bubble with skill 2 for this reflect damage. Silence. Now, Silence's drone isn't as necessary as it was, but it does still certainly give you a lot of flexibility, so keep that in mind. And you may also want to just consider leaving that available for yourself. Warfarin, now, same thing as last time. I'm only using Warfarin for her skill 2 for trying to speed this thing up for you guys. I absolutely do not need Warfarin's second skill. Ideally, you'll be using Suzerain with skill 1. Perfumer, map-wide heal. Gravel, so we're using her for her shield. And 3 healing defenders who can keep themselves alive as best as possible. I do find that Cardigan tends to struggle a little bit just because of the huge gaps in her skill cycle, but with Silence's drone, that is completely irrelevant. Last up, we're going to borrow ourselves a Yafyala with skill 3. So guys, gals, if this helps you out, please like, subscribe, hit the bell. That helps me get in the algorithm, and I appreciate all of the support you guys give me. So we're going to start off fairly simply with this one. Throw our vanguards in. Deployment points are going to come very quick, so we're going to throw in Liskarm. And Bubble. Try and get Bubble so that Courier can help. Makes your life a lot easier. Perfumer in, just so we have our map-wide heal talent going, so everybody's okie dokie. Because nobody's actually going to need a lot of healing. Spot in here. Silence. Now, we want to make sure that our fast redeploys are used sparingly. They will actually end up costing us a hell of a lot more than our healing defenders to deploy. So bear that one in mind. Fast redeploy here to bait this skill. Take her out. And we are going to use Gummy just here. Your second healer up here. Bubble skill to reflect some of this damage. So as you can see, Gummy typically just sits here pretty fine. She doesn't take too much damage at all. Once you can, we're going to pop in Yafyala facing over that way towards Bubble. Skill. Cycle that skill as soon as we can, and should get a kaboom over here in a minute. There we go. And as I said, we're not going to try and stop this Sarkaz enemy from coming through, because I do not want to keep increasing the cost of my fast redeploys. Once that goes out, we're going to take Courier out. Courier's skill just cycled, so be aware of that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to deploy Spot just here. I'm gonna just hold off on doing anything with Spot for the minute. So here comes another enemy. So again, we want to bait that enemy's, the boss Sarkaz's enemy skill, which, as you can see, worked astoundingly well. So I'm just going to take that out. I will do my best to keep Spot alive. And from there, I'm just going to redeploy myself a gummy. Cycle Myrtle skill points at this point in time, just to top up these deployment points, and take Myrtle out. Fast forward this. And we're going to let this guy go out as well. We don't want to cause too much strain on how much things cost. Okay, so from here, we're going to do a couple of little things just to try and get our deployment points back up. Courier, Cardigan. As soon as Effie's good to go again, we're going to use her skill. Again, just use the drone to support. Certainly not the end of the world sort of deal. Myrtle in over here. Tuck her away in this corner so she's well and truly out of the way. Spot over here. That again takes it back off Courier, who's still going to be a soaker, but he's still going to be getting us deployment points. We want to sort of keep deployment points on the field as long as humanly possible. Okay, so the boss has just entered its second phase. We're going to leave Effie on the field because we still have an enemy here. Keep an eye so close on what's going on here. During the second phase, it's hyper critical that we keep an eye on everything that's going on. Bubble skill, deploy a drone here to make sure that Effie stays good. Gummy here. That's going to make sure the Gummy is soaking both of these drones. At this point in time, we may need to deploy our fast redeploy here to take the damage off Effie. Effie needs to keep on the field as long as possible. Cardigan. Effie's ready. Use her skill, deploy the drone. Alright. So that pretty much takes care of everything here. At this point in time, if Effie goes down, it's irrelevant. In fact, it's probably for the best that Effie goes down. So let's get rid of Effie. Everything's dead. The boss is going to go through its own cycles at this point in time. Last 6 enemies on this left-hand side. That's it. Just the boss left. So what do we want to do here? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Courier up top, Spot just here. And what's probably going to happen is, yep, the boss is going to start attacking Spot. I don't know if the boss will ultimately stay in Spot's area of attack. It doesn't look like he's going to. I'm going to try and keep Spot alive. Okay, so the boss has not done what I wanted it to, which is no huge surprise, but As long as the boss is not attacking fast, it won't stop. So the boss has started to attack quite quickly, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to deploy my fast redeploy, which is going to reset who the boss attacks. And then I'm going to take her out. So at this time, I don't need bubble anymore. Everything's gone. I will do this. So from here, the boss is just going to be attacking whoever. I'm going to leave silence on the field this time around, though, because the boss does tend to do quite a lot of damage. And if I need to use this drone, I can. I can also do things like this time around. Which again might reset the boss, but it also puts a artillery field somewhere where I can, where it's safe for an artillery field to end up. So the boss is not going to make it to Liskarm, so we're going to deploy a fast redeploy here to reset his attack again. Pull it out. Effie's good to go, so we're going to deploy Effie back in. We have Myrtle's skill, so we're going to use Myrtle, and it still goes over to Courier. But ideally, what we want to do at this point is take out Silence, redeploy in Cardigan, so Courier keeps getting our deployment points, Myrtle keeps getting deployment points, the whole process just goes as long as possible. So, spot. Keep an eye on what's going on here. We may actually need to finally sacrifice Courier. Looks like we're going to have to. Nope. Saved. And that is it, guys. So yeah, nice and simple. Same as last time. Pretty straightforward. I hope it helps.